Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 2 of my Lazio Football Manager 2016 Let's Play. And I've got to say thank you to you guys. Amazing response in the first episode of this series. It's great to see a lot of you guys in the comments really excited for this series. That's why I always enjoy seeing and reading those comments that you're excited for a series coming up, because I'm really excited at the same time. I'm really liking how the preseason has gone so far. Made a few signings. I'll talk about that. And I'm actually going to play 3 games in this episode and we'll see how we go, recording them all and bringing back this kind of Football Manager series on my channel, because I've personally missed recording like this, and also maybe you guys have at the same time. But I'm going to be recording 3 games per episode. I'm going to try and see how it goes in this episode. If it doesn't end up being too long and you guys respond well to it, just leave your thoughts in the comments once more. And yeah, I'll see how we go. So first though, I've got to just go back to the schedule. You can see we played a couple more friendlies after the Juve one, where we lost, of course, against probably a better team. They played probably their best starting 11 at the same time, so it was a tough game in pre-season for us. But then after that, we got 2 3-0 away victories. So that was pretty good. But again, not taking them too seriously because it's pre-season. Pre-season for me is getting the fitness and learning the tactic and the way we want to play. But now the serious thing starts. We've got Manchester United in the Champions League best placed player. But before I go into that, I want to cover the transfers. You know, I did try to sign that Everton player. Not from Everton, that was his name, Everton Suarez. That's part of his name, so I just searched it there, because if you search Everton, there'll probably be a lot of players, and the club, obviously. But he ended up going to Manchester United. I knew that was a good chance that could have happened. It was a bit disappointing, because I thought he could be a unique signing for us. He could be a really good sign. Never managed him before. Could have been good. And we'll see. Most likely, he'll get wasted at Manchester United, I hope anyway. It'll be a failed transfer for them. But I went to another option, and it could have been potentially a better signing anyway. Andrea Zivkovic from Partizan. I should have went for him from the beginning. He's probably better. He's about the same age, like 19. He's still a young guy with room to improve. He's best on the right side to cut in on his left. Preferred moves. He's got moves into channels, tries killer balls often, and places shots. And again, arguably, he's better than that Everton player, the Brazilian. Even though he's only natural in one of the positions, we need that position. And he can play on the left side as well, but ideally on the right. And he's probably got a bit better potential, just guessing, because he's been really talked about and he's been suggested by you guys in previous series I've done probably for the last couple of years in my Football Manager saves, but I've never signed him before in a serious save I've done, at least in a save where I've managed multiple seasons. I think I've signed him once before, but in just a private save that I never really did on YouTube, but I just stopped playing it after the first season. So yeah, I've never really truly managed him in Football Manager, so hopefully He seems like a good signing for Lazio, and also 900k only. So that's a pretty decent amount. But again, I'm not going to lie to you. There was a clause in there as well. Andrea Zivkovic, additional 2 million after 50 league appearances. So probably after 2 seasons or something like that, around the mark anyway, that's when we'll pay that. So I think that's pretty reasonable though. Only 900k up front for Andrea Zivkovic. So leave your thought on that kind of signing and the amount I paid for him. But definitely, yeah, he's a quality player. And you can see the money. I'm not going to go for another move. I'm just going to leave it like this, and I want to fight as hard, because I think we do have a big squad, and one reason for that you're going to see now, we've got a couple unregistered players, and that's something I want to change. Obviously, for Champions League or European football in general, Lazio don't have the best squad for that, because obviously a couple of players I made a signing like Zivkovic, and I suppose on loan we made Divock Origi, 2 signings. But yeah, I probably want to bring in a few Italian players, like homegrown players, in the following season and as we go on, because yeah, we need to register. Like here we can't register, we can't, I chose not to register Djordjevic because he's injured. He may be available for the second game, but I don't want to rush him back. And Marchetti, who's also come back from his injury. So if we get into the Champions League, we may have to alter and unregister someone else. And don't forget that Guerreri, he's not registered. I didn't register him because he's under 21, and also he's from Italy. So, yeah, he's homegrown, so I didn't need to register him. So we are going to go in with a fairly strong team. I'm almost thinking, though, and of course, this is probably a bit of an annoyance. In the Champions League, I can only have 7 on the bench, which is more than enough. I've no problems with that at all. But in Serie A, you can have 12, which is probably a bit over the top. But he's... I was going to talk about Lulic in a minute here. I'm thinking start Radu or Lulic. It's a really hard decision. Away from home, I think Radu, he's a bit better defensively, but Lulic might be a bit better going forward, so I might play him in the next leg. So we're going to go with this starting team, and hopefully, yeah, we can get maybe an away goal. We'll have to see, but it is Manchester United against, it's Manchester United, like at Old Trafford. Playing against them is never going to be easy. So let's get into it. So guys, also I've put a bit extra in the match stats, just a lot of information. So you guys, and of course myself, no doubt that will be good for me. Well, we have opportunity here, almost early chance. Well, it was an early chance. No shot, though. But you can see a lot more. And as I mentioned myself, I can really analyze how we're doing more different shots, like your block shots, half chances, long shots, put off sides and fouls in there as well. And the different kind of passes, like passes completed, but then, yeah, passes in defense, midfield, and attack. So I can really analyze the performance a bit more. So, yeah, that should be... Oh, no! De Vrij makes an error! Berisha saves us! Really, really well saved there from Berisha, especially in that Juve game. Yeah, I wasn't too convinced. Oh, now Young finds Rooney. They look very dangerous. It's Memphis, but Gentiletti makes a very important sliding challenge there. But they've still got the ball, and Herrera. It's Juan Mata. It's Wayne Rooney, and they had to score. They were just breaking down our defense there. Apparently, it could have been offside. Let's see the replay. Not a great start, though. You kind of feel that was coming. You're going to see the replay. It doesn't matter if it looked offside or not. If it was actually offside. Because it's going to be... It goes down as a goal. It's already called. And the loading highlights, once more, is taking a long time. I'm not sure why that's been happening recently. But don't worry about that. Juan Mata, he just played it through. The defense maybe didn't read that as well. They did actually, in fact, try to catch him offside. But the ball was too good from Juan Mata. And there is a highlight right away, so this gives us hope. Sometimes I do actually score right after my opponents score themselves. Radu, come on! Miroslav, closer! And he scores a very important away goal. That completely changes it. Like, it's even better than it was now at 0-0, obviously. It's the same, like, no one's winning, but we've got an away goal ourselves now, so that is crucial, and we get a goal from a cross. Come on, Radu was an important decision to start him. And I said he's good defensively, but he's not bad going forward, can put in a good cross. And we could have another opportunity. Oh, no, another error at the back, and it leads to a goal once more. I hate defensive errors. Because that's, at the end of the day, that's like the player's error. Not like kind of a tactical defensive error, in my view. So you can't really fix that. Opposed to getting better players than a fantastic strike by Juan Mata himself. Oh no, it's a highlight once more. Manchester United would be livid if they concede again. But could we do it? Could we be the masters of scoring from the kickoff? We could. Felipe Anderson, 2 attempts. Oh, it's still alive. 3 attempts. We've both got 2 clear-cut chances, though, so yeah, keep that in mind. But it's the defensive errors that are leading to their opportunities and goals. And again, they make an error. Could be just like early season. Poor defending. Oh, Contrava! Out of nowhere! I did not expect that at all. Come on, Antonio! That was a powerful drive. And I thought the highlight was going to be over. Like, Manchester United had their attack. And then it fell to Contrava. It was a really good pass. And it was almost straight at De Gea, but it had too much power for him. De Gea thought it could have been near post. But what a game. And we must have the advantage now. We've got 2 away goals. Oh, this is crucial now. If there's a goal here, either way, it would be huge. For us to get 3 away goals and take the lead just before half-time in the first leg, it could be. Parolo, closer! And De Gea saves Manchester United once more. And that is going to be half-time. And how about that? What a cracking first half in this first game here today. We'll go assertively and we'll say... Oh, what are we going to say now? I'll just say keep going out there. You can still win tonight. There's nothing... I didn't notice anything you could really say for a first leg. There was nothing specific. Win tonight, but obviously the leg's not over. So I'm just going to say, I have faith in you. I think they need a bit of confidence at this point in time because we've made errors, I'll say that. And that's led to Manchester United having quite a few opportunities. But if we can hold on to this, I'll be pretty content. I feel something's going to happen in the second half, though. With all the opportunities, in total, Manchester United had 14 shots and we had 11. So there's probably going to be more. Oh, we have an early shot! But Marco Parolo is offside. Don't get too excited. And we do have opportunity. Berisha, even though he's conceded 2 goals in this game, I don't know, I've liked him. I don't know why, but still, that might change if we concede here, though. Don't speak too soon. Or how about that defending? Or was that a pass back to Blind? I'm not sure. But we still contain them well. Mata plays through Rooney. Oh, no, that's unlucky if we concede. That's bullshit, mate. I was praising Berisha. He did well, and he was just in no man's land then. It fell to Ashley Young, and that's just like a calamity. It just looks so terrible. And it's a frustrating goal to concede like that, because the keeper initially made a good save, and then was just AIDS kind of... Oh, but closer! Goes back to Buster, and Maori! We have got it back! We are the comeback kings. We concede, and we score back every single time. But can we do that without conceding? Closer. That was good awareness by a striker. Most strikers would turn and strike. But again, the experience, and a couple of experienced players there. Very disappointing by Stefan de Vrij. He's our best defender. That's disappointing because we're not going to bring someone on. We don't have a natural centre-back. I got Brathwaite. He can play centre-back, but you just have to keep the faith in him. You have to, really. But Philippe Anderson has to do much better than that. We're going to bring on... I almost forgot. But for now, anyway, I'm going to bring on Balde Keita, who's still... he's quality, and I probably still would have decided to bring him on anyway instead of... new signing, Andrea Zivkovic. And it's not like he needs match fitness or something. He's still match fit. So, maybe we'll have to ease him in, though, in the league the next game. But we shall make that change. Stefan Radzu, actually, we're going to take him off. Hasn't had the best of games. We're going to bring on Edson Brathwaite, who's not terrible. He's we got 3 guys that can play left back, and he's got some decent, he's good teamwork. So I think he's a player that will always work. I like players with good teamwork. Even if they may not be the best player in the team, they work hard. They want to do well. And those are the kind of players you need. That's one aspect I'll try and do it specifically for this series. Sure, I may have some players, attacking players, at a bit lower teamwork, but especially in defense and midfield, the center midfielders and defensive kind of midfield types, players that work hard, especially in defense. That's where you want that. So now I'm looking at a third and final change. It may have to be our captain, Lukasz Bilia, just because he hasn't had the best of games and he is on a yellow card, and I'll look to bring on Onazi. Onazi's not a terrible player as well. He can be box-to-box. We could play 2 box-to-box midfielders. Actually, how would Parolo go as deep line playmaker? Would he be decent? Yeah, he's actually not too bad there. So we'll go box-to-box midfielder for Onazi, and Parolo can be the deep line playmaker. He's still experienced himself as well. He's 30. So we've got I've said it in the first episode, didn't I? We've got a great mix of experience and youth. Well, not exactly youth, just younger players. Not like youth players in the first team squad, but guys that are a bit younger and only going to get better. It's a really good mixture. You got Balde Keita in there. Who else? You got De Vrij, but he's still first team. Guys like Balde Keita and De Vrij are on the younger scale, but they're still part of the first team. Oh, could we get a 4th? Could we? Oh no, Memphis is going to counter. We shouldn't concede here because they didn't really, they didn't have many men. And Brathwaite, how about that for a challenge? Impressed with him. Now it's Keita. Finds Parolo. And Nazi, go out wide, son. No. This time, Maori had the anticipation to do so! Oh, Keita! Go so close! We've had so many opportunities here. We've actually had 5 clear-cut chances to Man United's 3. I'm not sure, in your opinion. Well, it looks really even if you look at the match stats, though, as a whole. Oh, good defending once more. That's what I mean. Closer! 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 Oh my god, what an opportunity. That was the chance. We had 6 clear-cut opportunities. Oh, 20 shots for both teams in this game. You cannot say, like, this video deserves a like and share. Share it with your friends as well. People who like Football Manager. This is a crazy game. You have to show people this. This is ridiculous for a first leg. Wow. You have to say we're at advantage, though, because we've got 3 away goals. Surely. I'll say, exactly. Everybody thought we'd get beaten today. Well done for proving them wrong. Great result here. We were always going to concede goals, I suppose, against Manchester United, especially when we're trying to score goals ourselves. But we played fantastically. I'm happy with that. Maybe bar a few players like Felipe Anderson, not too great. And De Vrij, he stepped up in the second half, didn't he? Well done, Stefan. That's why he's our best defender. He may have a bad half, but then he recovers and improves his rating. Really well done after a poor first half. But how about that? Who knows how the rest of the games in this episode is going to go, but it starts with a bang. And now, guys, it's time for the season to get underway. We had all that hype and what went through in that Manchester United game so much, but now it's the start of the Serie A season, which is equally important to get a good start here. There's a couple teams like Inter, Roma, only picked up the 1 point, so good opportunity for us to maybe win this game, even though it's away from home. It's against Verona. Their media prediction is 15th, so they're kind of just escaping relegation. The media predicts for them this season, so we still should be beating them, I think, as our expectations from the board anyway is to qualify for Europa League. Obviously, I want to stay in the Champions League. I want to go for that, like top 3. Well, we're not in the group stages for sure yet, but that's my goal. That's my goal, I think. But just to keep my job, I suppose, a top 5 finish. So anyway, now getting into the team selection, I don't really see a reason to make a change because the conditions aren't really so terrible, and I want to reward these players for getting the job done against Manchester United, but I may sub some players early so they can be fit and or the condition good enough for the next game. Obviously, second leg is also important. Because if we play poorly, Manchester United, they've got quality to run over us. But Andrea Zivkovic does make the bench today. But again, this is a really important game. Like I said, almost equally important as Manchester United to get a victory in our first Serie A fixture of the season. So let's get straight into it. But here we do look to be heading into halftime 0-0. But there is a highlight. I told you, like in the last episode, every time I say that or something along those lines, a highlight could be coming. Maori, a good opportunity. Their goalkeeper makes the save. That was a good chance. We've had a good half here. Like 9 shots. How many have been on target? 5 and a couple clear-cut chances. We've had the opportunities. A good possession as well. Oh, but they have a chance to counter. Oh, Miroslav closer. But that's why I like Closer's getting back to defend. They've got a free kick. It's Viviani. And I'm glad we didn't concede there. But that's why I like a striker got back to defend. Miroslav Closer, again, showing his experience there. Obviously, you don't need to be experienced to do that. But the kind of awareness, the kind of stage in the game, like late in the half. But maybe not the best decision to give away the foul, but that's what you may get from a striker. I'm going to say I'm not happy with that performance, which is a bit weird to say. In essence, I'm not disappointed with it, but like we didn't score. We had possession, we had shots, no doubt. But yeah, well, who's this demotivated? Felipe Anderson. I'm just going to say there's pressure off for you because he seems that kind of young guy. Yeah, I don't know. Felipe Anderson, no doubt, he's quite a decent player for the first team already, and he's got great potential, but he seems one of those guys that can lose that kind of confidence easily. And because we do have options, I think I'm going to have to take off Kendrava here because I need him to play a part in the United second leg, without a doubt. So we're going to give... Zivkovic, can he come on? I think so. So he's decent rating, best role suitability. How about that? Really good. And the role ability is not terrible. for a young guy. And you look at him for his age, like 19 years old, his attributes are really, really good. 19 is so young when you think about it. So he's got a long way to come, and this is going to be big for him. This game, hopefully, his first appearance for us. Miroslav Klose hasn't looked too convincing in front of goal today as well, so we're going to bring on Alessandro Matri. I think he's going to be the change. He's an interesting striker. He can be a really decent striker. Like, he can have some good seasons. Like, if you look at his career, he's had some decent goal-scoring seasons, but then he's had some poor seasons where he hasn't played too much. But he's played for big teams. He's played for, like, Milan, like AC Milan, Juve. So he's a good player. He's a pretty good striker. He's not amazing by any stretch of the imagination. What's his best role, though? Advance forward. So he may change to that just to suit him. Even though we're training Poacher, I'll see. I'll see how he goes. Might have to change it up for him. Does he react well? He looks happy. So, yeah, he's one of those strikers. Like, he's on loan, obviously, from AC Milan. But I feel he could be one of those players that could just have a really good impact. Just have one of those good seasons. Like, he's not going to be like a 20-goal-a-season striker, but when he does play, if he could score a decent amount, 10 to 15 goals for a rotation striker, rotating it closer, that could be more than acceptable for us. So I'm thinking we may need to go attacking, but we do have a corner before that. Oh, guess who? On debut, Andrea Zivkovic on the 61st minute scores his first goal for Lazio. And I just brought him on. How long? Oh, just a couple minutes pretty much. How about the corner as well? Really well set up from Lucas Bilia. And the leap from Andrea Zivkovic to take the lead on 60 minutes. That was inspired. And what a signing, I guess. What an impact he has made. Gets in. Now, can we actually score? It's Basta. Matri is offside. Oh, but the cross was peach. Unfortunately, Alessandro Matri was offside. But you can see he's getting into the game. That's a good thing. Parolo could finish the ball from Matri. And he scores against his former club. How about that? And we make it 2-0. Some changes really important in this game. Matri getting the assist. Parolo, he's a very good player. The goalkeeper didn't look bothered with that. Like, did he want to save that? I would. If that was my goalkeeper, I would go mad at him. You know, I have a few times, but maybe that's just the mechanics in FM. But yeah, it didn't look like he wanted to save it. Might bring on Patrick because Dusan Basta, he'll be important. He'll play an important role in the next game as well. Really experienced. Patrick, obviously an ex-Barcelona player, so I think he could suit the role well. He never actually played a first team. I guess you can say he's a former Barcelona B player. That would make more sense. He never played a league game for Barcelona, but he can improve more. He's still got 1-star ability to grow into, being only 22. Doesn't turn 23 until April. He can be one of those attacking... I'm not sure. Is he attacking fullback? I'm not sure. He's a good defensive. You look at that. 15 tackling, pretty decent. He's a bit of a mixed one. He's a mix of defensive and attacking. I'm not quite sure how to describe him. He's an enthusiastic fullback, the description by the media anyway. So he's got some good mental attributes and stamina as well. So that may be reflected in the games and how he plays. He's one of those players that I think will either be poor or he could be... For a guy with not amazing attributes, like not like to be the best right back in the team, part of the first team, he is more rotation, but he can be all right. Oh, is that 3? It's Alessandro Matri to make it 3-0. He does score on his debut, so he's assisted and scored just from coming off the bench in his first game for us. That is great signs, and Parolo played the ball into him. Matri took it first time. Great strike across the goalkeeper. We've been really, really good, and I'm happy with it. Parolo, Radu getting forward. Matri, it is 4-0. It is 4-0. Come on, I'm pumped. Matri, what a sub. How good has he been? Maybe I should be starting him. Like, who's our best striker? This is very interesting. I wasn't sure he would be good enough. That's why I additionally got Divock Origi on loan from Liverpool. But Alessandro Matri, he looks real good. I think he may deserve to start. Another opportunity here for us. We're creating so much. This is a great sign away from home. Finish it, Felipe Anderson. That was Maori, wasn't it? And it was. That's his second goal for the season. And it is that 5-star performance here today against Verona. Patrick gets that dangerous cross in. He whipped it in with some venom. Their defender did well. That was actually going in, the first attempt. See, Felipe Anderson was celebrating. But how about this for this is what I like, the variety with all the different players assisting. That's what I like to see. And getting involved with the goals at the same time. That's going to be it. This is going to be a 5-0 for our first... Okay. Luca Toni spoiled my celebrations. It's not going to be 5-0. Luca Toni. See, it seems as though experienced players do really well. How about that? Luca Toni, the touch, and then the strike. Not many goalkeepers can save that coming off the post. So yeah, I was about to say, yeah, Luca Toni, he just spoiled my finishing touch to the game. But could we score? No, we're not, even though it's going to end up going into the back of the net. But the game was over. Still a fantastic performance. We scored 5 goals away from home. It was just like a consolation goal. It was a wonder strike as well, though, by Luca Toni. It was really well played. Could have been one of the better goals for the game here today. But our performance, amazing performance for the whole team, really. No one did really badly. Some players did better than others, but that was a great performance, and we're first in the league. How about that? Now, guys, it's time for the third and final game of the episode. And as I mentioned at the start, if you enjoyed 3 games in this episode, drop in the comments how you enjoyed it. And yeah, leave your thoughts, really, if you'd like to see me do this more regularly. So even though I'd be recording every single game, I still should get through the seasons at a decent pace. So I think, yeah, it could be a good mix. With more editing, of course, to fit 3 games in. So, once more, I'm only going to be making one change here, and that's Alessandro Matri. Alessandro Matri, he deserves it. He deserves to start, but we are going to change the role to advance forward, because obviously it showed there that he really suits it in that game when he came on for about 30 minutes or so. Yeah, no, change his training to advance forward. So we just change that whenever he is going to be starting. Obviously, that's going to happen in your team. You're going to have different players that suit different roles. But I'm not going to change anyone else. And also, if you're wondering, conditions may be a bit low, but we've got Genoa 4 days later. Like, this game is so crucial. Like, getting into Champions League is so important. But then we've got a break. We've got that international break before Juventus. So players will have time to recover. So keep that in mind also. So we'll go in. It's a bit hard. Like, yeah, Balde Keita's not starting. Felipe Anderson, he seems to be really good. Like, his morale now is superb. Maybe he's the only guy that maybe hasn't performed. But I say hasn't performed. He played amazingly in the last game, like 8.3. But was that because everyone else played well? It was just an amazing game for the team. I don't know. Was he that good in that game? We just got a good rating because we scored a lot of goals. It's really hard to pinpoint. But Balde Keita, in the games he's played, 1 start and 1 off the bench appearance, he hasn't really stepped up himself. So once more, we'll head into the game, and after this game, we could be in the Champions League group stage and be knocking out Manchester United. That would be huge. Yes, of course. See, I'm going to have to keep remembering this. We can only have 5. We can only have 7 on the bench. We have to take off 5. Okay, so we'll just take off Ibisevac, just take off 1 centre-back. Ravel Morrison, unfortunately, he's not really getting a look in at the minutes. Zivkovic probably will have to. We'll take off Kishner. He can take his position. Lulic, he's decent. Actually, we're going to put him on the bench opposed to Braffide because he can play midfield roles as well, along with left back. And then Danilo Cataldi, I think... it's a hard decision. I think Onazi will get the nod over him, though, and we'll go in with that 7 on the bench. If we get a goal to take the lead, early goal, that would be so good. Candreva, get the cross in. Candreva, Smalling. He did really well, to be honest. Big Mike. Oh, but there's still opportunity. Candreva. And that's why I wanted to save him for this game. So I subbed him early in the previous, because he can do that. He's legit. Like, he's a superstar, really. What I've seen from him so far, what he's done, he could be sending us, like, in this tie. In the previous leg, scored really important goal. Look at that strike, though. You have to be striking it really well to beat David De Gea. So, guys, we're going to head into halftime here. It's been an excellent half. Manchester United only the one shot. We've been excellent. So we're going to go assertively and say it's a perfect occasion. Obviously, say don't get complacent. Maybe that's also something we could say. But Candreva, he obviously scores, but also gets in positions to score. That's equally as important. So here's an opportunity. Buster finds Candreva again. Matri finish it finally! How good has he been, though? That's his third goal for the season. And Manchester United's look to be translating their form in real life into Football Manager here, because we have dominated them here at home, and we did pretty well at Old Trafford. We have to say that. Really well done to Matri. He's looking to cement his place as the starting striker now. So I think we'll take off Felipe Anderson, and we're going to bring on Balde Keita, and hopefully he can provide some sparks. Obviously still make Manchester United be responsible, because they're probably going attacking, really attacking now, so we've got to hit them. So now it's Everton. There he is, the guy we were almost going to sign, but he wanted to join Manchester United, and it's not over yet. Juan Mata scores. So here, I think we're going to have to be responsible, because Manchester United need 2 goals to win. If they get one more, we're still going through on away goal. So Stefan Radu going off his condition, and he's on a yellow card. We're going to bring on Senad Lulic, and we're going to go a bit more defensive. We're going to go, I don't want to go contain at home, but we're going to go counter. We're going to just sit back and then maybe hit him on the break. I don't want to be seeing him as like a parking the bus kind of, person, or a manager. Yeah, that's really not me. So we're still going to maintain, we've got, good settings basically for a counter-attack style. So we'll still leave it like that for the most part. But with the defensive line, we'll sit a bit more deeper, because obviously we're looking to counter. So we'll sit back and we'll see how that goes. So just not too many changes, because as I mentioned, I was pretty content with how I set up everything from the start. Really setting a specific way I want to be playing with Lazio. And it's looked to be really good. For the most part. Like, we have killed Manchester United here today. They don't even deserve anything. They deserve to get knocked out of Champions League here today, how we've dominated them. Like, it's not like how it was at Old Trafford. It was even. Both teams created a lot of opportunities. You can see the difference most definitely here. So that was probably their first good chance for the game. And Bilia, we'll leave him. Any other change that could be a good change here, like a really... Andrea Zivkovic for Candreva. I can't take off Candreva. Maybe Mauri. Actually, yeah, I know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to bring on Onazi. We'll just add another central midfielder, pretty much. Or could he play defensive? If we put him defensive midfield, how does he go as a defensive midfielder? Play him as ball winning and supports. As the best role for him. Just want to get, players in their best roles. That will be the best. That's a big thing tactically. And once more, please don't try and copy my tactic. It's not like you won't get the same results. It has to suit your players and everything like that. And you have to make changes all the time. That's why downloading tactics is it's a thing of the past if you want to succeed, if we're being honest, because you always have to make changes. You can't just be the same instructions, everything, every single game, same roles. It's not going to work. You're going to always have to be on the roll. When, changing. You have to always change. Oh, no way! No, Luke Shaw, what are you doing, mate? What was that? That's the stuff you generally see in the lower leagues, like a failed cross. That could not have been a shot. But if it was, that was amazing. I actually don't know if that's a legit attempt or not, or it was a failed cross by Luke Shaw. I'm actually scared now. Oh, boys, no way. If somehow we lose the ball here and concede, Manchester United go through, which would be undeservingly. Come on, let's finish it. We deserve to win here as well. Oh, come on. This is crazy. Would be a huge episode, but yeah, we deserve this. We deserve this. Finish Billiard. Come on, mate. Oh, I'm disappointed we don't just win in this leg here. It's going to be 2-2. We've had 5 clicker chances, 22 shots in total to 9. Completely killed Manchester United. We're going to go through. We're going to go through on aggregate or with away goals. It's a bit disappointing for the lads, really. I'm disappointed for them. They can't say they actually won the leg, like the second leg here at home. It was still a nice victory. I suppose that's good. That's only one downside. But obviously you can see, De Gea was a key player for them. But player of the match, can't beat Candreva. He played so well once more. So guys, to finish off the episode, and I'm so glad I can say this, to finish off with the Champions League group stage draw. We knocked out Manchester United. Happy days. Happy days here. I'm feeling like Fonzarelli. Let's go. Draw the first teams here. So you can see, where are we? We're seeded third, wouldn't we? As you can see there. Like you see the teams in the same group, like the seeds, the third seed. There's some decent teams there. So there's the first teams drawn. Ooh, I think probably, Zenit or PSV. I'd want to be drawn in their group. Maybe Benfica, like the other teams, they're like huge teams. So still, and Basel is drawn with PSV. PSV and Basel. That will be an easy group for us. Well, not easy. We'll stand a chance. Leverkusen and Zenit and Group E. I really want to get, and maybe even Benfica, Sevilla. Oh, that could be the group of death. There could be a couple group of deaths, to be honest. Group F, Barcelona and Arsenal. Group H, also Man City and PSG. Let's go Bayern a little bit and Juve. There's a group of deaths everywhere right now. So, could we get drawn in Group A? Oh, we do! Yes! Almost celebrating more than I did beating Manchester United. That is huge. That's probably the best draw we could have got, really. So that's going to give us opportunity to go pretty far. Oh, I'm pumped. I'm actually pumped. We have a legit chance to get out of the group stage now and maybe hope for a beatable team here as well. It's Monaco, so they're not. We could have been an easier team like Victoria Plzen or maybe Stour or Ghent or Midgetland. But yeah, I'm just gonna draw the rest and focus on our group here. Monaco, they're an interesting team. Obviously, they have decent money. They've still got good players. They aren't the best team in the world, but they've still got some decent players. But I think we could still compete with them. I think we could be on a similar level. Like all teams could be pretty much the same quality here. It could be just like a really even group. So do you think we could advance? Like, I'm confident. Like, we're not playing like a tough team, like a really hard team to beat there. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm really happy how this is going this first season so far. So, yeah, leave your thoughts anyway with everything that played out in this episode. And if you enjoyed it, of course, and if you want to continue to see 3 games in an episode, because it'll be action-packed, no doubt, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're a new viewer of my videos, and I'll see you guys in the very next episode.